What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another review. Yes, I know this review's late, but I was way busy last week to review this movie, but I have some free time now to review the movie that came out last week, and it is Snowden, directed by Academy Award winner Oliver Stone, and it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Shailene Woodley, Nicolas Cage, and Scott Eastwood. So this movie's all about the true story of Edward Snowden, who's played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, from the years of his life in 2004 through 2013, and this man leaked highly classified documents from the government and released them to the media to tell the story of the world being watched by other countries, by being under surveillance. And it's not about that, it's also about his real life and his relationships with his girlfriend, who's played by Shailene Woodley, and their problems, and it's a whole entire life of this man. This movie has gone through production hell. It was supposed to come out last year, but then it got moved to this year because of reshoots. And I was pretty interested in this movie. I didn't know anything about Edward Snowden, but I found out it was being directed by Oliver Stone. This man has directed 2 Best Picture nominations, which are JFK, which came out in 1991. That was a fantastic biopic starring Kevin Costner. And he also directed Born on the 4th of July, which got Tom Cruise's first Oscar nomination. So I was really excited to see this life of this man. Not only that, also because it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and I love this man. He's one of my favorite actors working today, and he's played fantastic characters throughout his entire life. And what did I think of Snowden, guys? I didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. Even though there were a lot of things in this movie that did a great job on portraying this man, I just didn't fully enjoy it. I kind of thought it was boring at times. But let's talk about the positives first. Starting with Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Edward Snowden. Oh my God, he does a fantastic job in this movie. He portrays this man perfectly. He looks exactly like him. He sounds just like him too. Man, what's with Joseph Gordon-Levitt changing his voice in every single movie he's in? I mean, last year he played a Frenchman, Philippe Petit, in Robert Zemeckis' The Walk, and now he's playing this man. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I don't know how you do it, man. You are just a phenomenal actor. Shailene Woodley, she was also brilliant in this movie. Definitely the best performance I've seen from her. Divergent, please, no more of those movies. Do movies like this. Shailene Woodley plays this girl perfectly. They have a fantastic relationship. At times it crumbles, and it's done so well. Shailene Woodley nailed this part. We also get appearances from other actors like Scott Eastwood, Zachary Quinto, and Nicolas Cage is in this movie. Did you hear me? Nick Cage is in this movie. Put the bunny back in the box. Another thing that was great about this movie is the dialogue. It was fantastic. I mean, a lot of it is based on a source from a Snowden book that came in the past, but just all the dialogue in this movie is really interesting. At times it is kind of slow and you're not really interested in knowing all about this man's life, but with the actors' performances and the words they were given, it's what made the dialogue so good in this movie, and it definitely kept the movie going. The thing that surprised me the most with this movie is how much it covered everything about Edward Snowden. It was brilliant. They basically said everything right, and it was great. But as I said earlier, I didn't really enjoy this movie the way I wanted to, so that leads perfectly to the negatives. First things first, the pacing in this movie is beyond atrocious. I mean, the pacing in this movie is so slow. And this movie's 2 hours and 18 minutes long, and With a movie that long, you gotta keep the audience entertained, and to be honest, I did almost fell asleep at least twice in this movie. Just there's a lot of scenes that are so slow and you don't care about it as much and you want to see something else. And the last gripe I had with the movie, even though it betrayed Edward Snowden's life perfectly, most of it doesn't work for a theatrical release. And it's just the story of this movie didn't leave a lasting impact on me. This movie reminded me of a movie that came out last year. That was Steve Jobs, which was directed by Danny Boyle. And that movie, in my opinion, did a great job of nailing Steve Jobs' life. And what made that movie so great? The dialogue by Aaron Sorkin. Every single scene was invested. The performances were a lot better, and that worked more as a movie. But in this movie, it lagged in some things. Even though the dialogue did work, I kind of fell asleep. As I said, the pacing didn't nail it like Steve Jobs did. The pacing was perfect in that movie. And those are really the only gripes I had with the movie. In the end, guys, Snowden at times did work for a movie, but I didn't enjoy it as much. I love the performances in the movie and the direction by Oliver Stone, but this movie drags the pacing, and it's definitely not an Academy type of movie. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Snowden a 3 out of 5 stars due to the performances and the direction, but it could have been a lot better than that. Alright guys, that was my review for Oliver Stone's Snowden. Have you guys seen this movie? Are you going to see it? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you guys as always for watching this review, and if you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up. And be sure to subscribe today for more content. All my social media links are in the description down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!